Anyway.
Starting to record right now. The rest of the party walks out. You guys are hanging on behind a bit, and the door slams.
Shit.
From that golden dragon emerges a platinum. Shining. Both of you roll charisma save.
Dear.
Are we still blessed?
You are.
Okay, so we get a D4. Oh, thank God I get a D4. 13.
Avalon, you could resist it. Ostrovix just drops to his knees. And head down. Almost a tear in his eye. Before you is the presence of a god. What do?
Do I realize that it's a god?
It is it's a platinum dragon
Okay.
of beyond ancient dragon power.
Then I would definitely also kneel down.
You've done well, my child. I ask of you one question. How far are you willing to go?
To the end.
What is the line of morality then? Would you kill a child? Is that justice?
Only if it served the greatest good.
And what if it did?
If it was truly for the greatest good, then I would be forced to.
Is it ever?
I believe...
I ask you as your trial is going to come. What if that child is innocent, but it is for the greater good that she dies? Is that justice?
There has
Look
to be
into
another
my
way.
teaching. Look into my teachings. Look into my words. Is it justice to kill an innocent child for the greater good?
Not true justice.
Do you mean that?
I believe so.
I've looked upon you. You've made questionable acts. You've been driven forward by this cult, and it is a worthy cause. Is that the only goal? Where balances justice and vengeance?
Justice is what stops me. Is what stops vengeance from making me them.
You will know something that no one else does. And, Avalon, you're in this hearing it. It's spoken in Draconic. You're kind of picking out words as you understand bits and pieces of it. The girl Annalyn is a threat. She is dragging this world closer to destruction. You know this now. What do you do with her?
We save both.
And if you can't?
I must try.
And if you die,
Then I die for the greater good.
throw your sword in the pit.
I look at the radiant longsword that we retrieved from the dungeon, those mummies, and I let go of it into the brazier.
And you, human child,
Yes?
do you understand what piece you play in the soul?
I believe that I will soon.
Why do you think your husband knew Draconic?
I had never thought upon it.
No. It's not the way of mortals to think upon what they know, what they don't know. Understand it was by my blessing that he took over that sword. And it's by my blessing that that sword is sustained. It is not through the blood of innocence. It is through the blood of justice and the blood of righteousness that that sword is sustained. And your husband's soul is in there. You will not meet him again. His soul has passed on. I would request of you to follow with him, to follow with Ostrovix. Take on the mantle of the true champion. Your husband was close to it, but did not reach it. The name of Omegang is the name you need to hunt. I'll throw that for you guys right here. Ostrovix, you've heard that before.
I have?
You have. It's been in a past adventure. We're not in my roll 20. I believe it was in Allagash's note. It was the Lord Omegang.
Okay. Yeah, I think I remember reading, yeah, okay.
It was he who called for the death of your husband. Do not seek vengeance, either of you. Seek justice. Seek righteousness. That is the path to walk, and that is the path I have blessed you both with. The dragon itself fades back into that statue, and where there was kind of an aura about it, it seems silent and dead. The sword itself still looks a little chipped, still looks a little battered. It is a full +1 longsword, though.
Oh.
+1 to hit, +1 to damage, all around. Before it was only the +1 radiant damage.
Yeah, now it's the +1 to hit, too. So it looks like this.
When attacking a member of the cult, your smites will deal an extra 1d6.
So if they count as a member of the cult and they're also, what was the other rider on that? If they're also undead or something?
No, when you smite evil. Right?
The divine smite, right?
Yep.
Where it adds the d6?
Yep,
or the d8?
divine smite. You'll add, I think it's d6, correct?
No, it's d8.
It's add an extra d8 to that, if it's a member of that cult.
Yeah, the reason I wanted to ask was because there's a rider already on divine smite for undeads or fiends. So it's like if they're a cult member and an undead and fiend, do I get the 2d8? Even though it should. Okay.
Regardless, it's always going to be an extra D8 against them.
Okay.
Avalon, is that? Oh, I guess it's disappeared. You now have a little bit further to go.
Okay.
And Ostrovix, it seemed that a platinum dragon, which doesn't exist, which no one has seen in countless centuries, has appeared before you as an image. And
Okay.
a little from the press. I will be watching, but in a much deeper and more menacing voice. So,
All right.
cheers, guys.
Yeah. Thanks, Kev.
You will meet up with the party.
If you need us to come in like mid-scene, we can.
I don't think you can. No, I have an idea.
Okay.
Yep.
I will leave it to you then.
I have an idea of how we're going to do this. So, I kind of wish I could throw like tokens to the board and everything. Unfortunately, not as the DM of this campaign. I can't do those things. Tam, welcome.
Thank you.
Hoping you're gonna have a good time. The way I plan to start playing a little bit more now is really including backstories and really including player profiles. So the first few adventures, it's especially tough with new players because you always want to introduce them to what they can do, what they can't do, and all of that. Oh, both of you, by the way, ding level 5.
Oh, sweet.
That's very important to note.
So what are the? It's just the as soon as it happens, you roll for hit points, right?
You can. Tam will not. Were you a roller?
No, I was an averager.
Right. Mike, were you a roller?
I was a roller.
Go ahead and roll it, and I'll.
What do I roll again?
1d10. You want to get above a 6.
That'd be good.
I can't believe you're a roller.
I thought that I would start the campaign off good.
But
last
Bahamut
level
looks
up.
angry at you and roll again.
That's average.
Take 7. Yeah, go ahead and take 7.
Thanks, Kev.
So level 5 completely changes a ton of things for both of you. Paladin gets a second attack. Warlock, your Eldritch Blast turns into 2 beams. There's a lot of great stuff that happens at level 5.
I get I get my second level spell slots now. Huge.
So, as a note, my difficulty curve is gonna bank pretty high. You have 6 players playing, which is already a lot to balance.
Oh shit, you get proficiency bonus at level 5 too.
Yes, you do. Level 5 is an absolute turning spot. I'm more than happy to help if you decide you want to do different things. Tam, for you especially, you may want to look into multi-classing. Okay. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. The nice thing about Warlock spells is if you take... It doesn't matter whatever class you take, Eldritch Blast still gets 2 rays.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast is a weird spell that is based off of your character level and not caster level, if that makes sense. So there's good stuff in that. Right now, I believe the date we're looking at is not the 7th, the 14th, 2 weeks from now. Is
Okay.
that a doable date?
I think so. For me, it is.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna kill recording, and